In this unusual moment, he's passed away. Let's stop the torment. Oh, the girl in black painfully lied. Just as everyone contacted their families, a jeep suddenly appeared, and 3 soldiers jumped out. They're just as homeless as the rest of us, silently wishing for a ride out of here, looking to hitch a flight to safety. Among this bunch, there were a pilot and a mechanic. The captain agreed, but Mark, unable to reach his wife, got agitated, pleading to rescue her. Everyone focused on their safety. Nobody wanted to return. Mark shouted, "You're selfish." Yet, he could do nothing. Their priority was to scavenge supplies. They had an hour to leave. The captain took a spunky buddy to fuel the plane. Lisa and the crew found a cafeteria, stuffing bags with edibles. For fixing the plane's radio gear, they needed a cutting tool. Luckily, Hat Guy found a welding torch, and Anna and the old guy squeezed into the plane's cargo hold. The duo planned to search passenger bags for valuables. Anna found red wine and hid it. Just an hour left. Suddenly, the blonde lady caused chaos, doubting the sun's lethality and lamenting flight pressure on her lungs due to her child. Despite all persuasion, she refused to board. In the argument, she slapped Lisa. The flight attendant seized the moment, took her child, and the black girl injected a tranquilizer. The blonde calmed down. The plane took off on time. The guys noticed the flight attendant resembles his ex. Naturally, he conceived a plan to chat her up, but the flight attendant replied her age was similar to his mother's. But the guy insisted he had a thing for mature women, inviting her to a quiet spot to forget about worldly worries for a bit. Faced with such unreasonable behavior, the attendant had no choice but to walk away. But soon enough, the guy got up to more shenanigans, swiping a bottle of wine from a passenger. Just as he was about to take a swig, Anna caught him. Furious, Anna tried to stop him, but the flight attendant halted her. She urged him to put down the wine, but he popped it open. The moment he heard that pop, the already unstable old man freaked out, thinking a shootout had just erupted, ready to open the emergency hatch. But then he sensed trouble as the man yanked him back. Unfortunately, he hit his head on the shelf. By the doctor's arrival, the old man had flatlined. The man faced criticism from all. Here he showed no remorse, pulling out a gun, threatening everyone. People shouted for calm, kids around. Luckily, one buddy strolled over. He finally settled down. After the chaos, Lisa realized they had to eject the 3 to ensure safety, otherwise trouble was inevitable. Turns out, hours ago, to Dutch Sunrise, they flew west. But they had to land for fuel regularly. Right then, a rugged truck arrived, and 3 soldiers claimed to be refugees seeking a ride on their plane. The captain, feeling sorry for them, welcomed them aboard. At first, things ran smoothly. They were all skilled military personnel, and thanks to their help, Mark quickly got the plane's radio in. However, Wu Sainan suddenly found Lisa, explaining he found an article with their photo claiming they killed innocent civilians in Afghanistan while searching the airport. They were just caught and were about to face justice. Who would have thought they managed to escape? At that moment, Lisa was at a loss for what to do. To guarantee the safety of the other passengers, Wu Sainan suggested they ditch those guys during the next landing. Initially, Lisa disagreed, as she had no right to decide someone else's fate. It wasn't until a fatal incident over wine that she realized keeping them would cause more trouble. Yet the captain, unaware of their identities, was chatting with one as he flew. To avoid alerting them, Lisa pretended to bandage the captain while whispering in French. Though he didn't understand, their odd actions aroused his suspicions. Shortly, they arrived at the nearest airport. The captain sent 3 to find the radio, but they became suspicious and insisted on bringing the body. They first pointed to Mark, then to the flight attendant, leaving the captain with no choice but to nod along. Once they left, he finally shared the plan with everyone. Meanwhile, they were urged to find supplies. Mark knew the plan and would bring the attendant back safe. Little did the captain know. An unexpected twist occurred. As they entered the storage, Mark locked the door secretly, ready to take the flight attendant. But she seemed out of it, refusing to leave. Mark shouted they were murderers, but the attendant just stood puzzled. Watching time slip away, Mark jumped into the car in a panic. At that moment, the trio burst out of the door. They crazily opened fire on Mark, and then spit after him. By the time the flight attendant came to her senses, she was left all alone in the street, staring into the abyss of doom. Everyone awaited Mark's return, thankfully timely. As he boarded, Wu Sainan swiftly shut the door. The captain was alarmed the attendant hadn't returned, but the plane had to take off. The trio were close behind. The trio fired wildly, hitting the plane's window. Just after takeoff, the old man saw a crack and sensed something was wrong. He urgently shouted to stop the plane, but the captain refused. After stabilizing the flight, the captain checked immediately but found himself helpless. All he could do was pray that the window wouldn't crack during the next refueling. He ordered the old man to keep watch on the fissure, but the old man was no fool, terrified the crack would suck him out, adamantly refusing. As the captain started to explain, a major suddenly rose from behind. He lacked authority here and couldn't make unilateral decisions. Because of his arbitrary decision to ditch those 3 soldiers, a bullet ended up shattering the window, and one flight attendant got caught in the mix. Those words nearly blew a gasket for the captain. Were they to leave murderers on board? He was thinking of passengers' safety. But the major opposed, blaming Mark for the attendant's safety. Riddled with guilt, Mark angrily stood to confront him, but the captain stepped in timely. The captain told him to drop it. The major insisted on voting for major decisions, first supported by the old man. Unenthusiastic, the captain sought to monopolize all food, forcing new rules on everyone. From now on, all big decisions needed a democratic vote, no more solo decisions from the captain or Lisa. Wu Sainan quipped if the major feared being booted off. This annoyed him and conflict seemed imminent. Just then, the plane's alarm sounded. The captain guessed it was the auxiliary power unit on fire and called Lisa. But the alarm stopped abruptly. Then, the air conditioning overheating alarm sounded again, which the captain turned off with a light press. After 2 consecutive false alarms, the seasoned captain swiftly deduced. Someone tampered with the landing gear. Indeed, during takeoff, one dead soldier climbed onto it. The captain informed everyone of the situation, and Mark chimed in, warning that if that soldier damaged the hydraulic system, the wheels wouldn't drop when landing, leaving